Hi, Troy Smotka from Great Day on the Water Guide Service here, and welcome to our viewer question segment. I had one from Josue about bass that I did, and then I said at the end of that one I wasn't sure if largemouth or smallmouth. So I did largemouth. Josue responded, thank you for it, but then also that he'd like to know about smallmouth. So I'll go through two again, and actually three. I'm going to briefly mention what I mentioned in the largemouth one, topwater. I love topwater for smallmouth bass when the conditions are right. Again, same equipment, same lures, mainly a prop bait or a popper, and the same lures and line we talked about in largemouth. But a couple other ones. I love fishing jerk baits for smallmouth. You can work these over the tops of weeds that they're in, or if they're in grass, you can of course work these over rocks and around wood. This is a Rapala X-Rap, the 4-inch size. This is one of my favorites. There's lots of them. The Rapala Maverick, the Rapala Ripstop is good, but I really, for smallmouth, like this X-Rap. This is one of my favorite colors, the pink and white, purple and white, but there's lots of colors, and just kind of match to the conditions. On this, I like to use, you can use bait casting or spinning. I've got this one on a spinning rod. This is a 6-foot 9-inch. This is a St. Croix Icon series, but 6'9". I've got a bait caster I use at 6'8". I like that somewhere between 6.5 and 7, so you can stand and point the rod down and give the jerks. It's got an extra fast tip, so that combined with the 10-pound Test Berkeley Fire line is the line I use with no stretch. Then every bit that you pull with your arms, you get in the lure action. I start out early in the year pretty subtle with this. I throw it out, reel it down a few cranks, just give it a little pull, let it sit, give it a little pull, let it sit. As we get into summertime, I'm jerking it, I'm double jerking it, it's bouncing around and then suspending and turning. So the warmer the water, the more aggressive you can be. The cooler the water, you gotta be more subtle. We catch some walleyes early in the year on this too, when they're up in the same places as smallies, and then in the summer we catch plenty of largemouth on these too. My second one, again, there's lots of baits for smallmouth, but if smallies are scrounging around for crayfish in the rocks, I like to use a tube. I have a hook here that's got a bait grabber. This is a 4-aught hook, and then it's got a weight on it that slides. I'll explain that in a sec, but I just put the bait grabber, poke that into that tube all the way up to the hook eye to hold it into place. And then once I get it there, then I kind of bend the tube so I can bring the hook into the tube and through it, and then out the top, and then the hook is exposed, but it's riding right along the top of that tube, so it's weedless. And then this weight, you can slide this weight on here. I twisted that a little bit. Let's get her straight here. There we go. It'll sit straight for us. And now I'll demonstrate that weight on the hook. There, now it's riding the hook right along the top of the tube. If you slide this weight forward, this will be more like a swim bait. Or, I'm sorry, if you slide it forward, this will be more like a vertical bait. You can hop it like jigging. If you slide the bait or the weight on this hook backwards more, so the weight's more backwards, then the nose doesn't dive as much, then you can swim this along more. So it just depends what you want to do with it. Again, lots of other possibilities, but when they're scrounging on the rocks for crayfish, this tube looks like a crayfish down there. When they're feeding more level and up on minnows and shad and stuff like that, then this jerk bait is the way to go. Or if you got the right conditions, that topwater. So that's largemouth and smallmouth. Thanks, Josue. Again, just remember there's lots of other techniques, but if you want to get started with a couple, this tube, I use the same rod and reel that I talked about in the largemouth video and line for any soft plastics. I'm using a 7-foot 1 spinning combo with 10 to 14 pound Test Fire line on there, and that should take care of you. I'm Troy Smotka, Great Day on the Water Guide Service. Thanks for watching this viewer question segment. Until I see you next time, good luck, and I will see you out there somewhere.